Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining today's live webinar. I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui from Time Research and Innovation, GenZ Marketing Agency, and New Divergent Business Consortium. Today, we have a special session to talk about knowledge on specifically the art of software customization, why it is needed, and how you can do software customization. What are the existing framework out there, and what is available for you to kickstart your project very quickly, and a lot of other things I will discuss one after another. So if you're joining through LinkedIn, you can join this live and ask me specific question if you have any through the comment box. I will try to answer you those questions for you. And as I do not have any host today, guests today are going to be hosting and talking to you. So you might see me checking to different monitors, as I have various monitors and I am just managing my events myself. So please excuse me for that. So today I will discuss why software customization is needed for tailoring solution for your success. You know that in the era of AI, there are a lot of individual systems, and there are, I think, hundreds of thousands of different type of solutions. And in between those solutions, it is sometimes difficult for you to streamline or you to understand which specific medium you should use and utilize. So the choices are unlimited, but when you work with those solutions and you wanted to engage in software development, marketing, research, and a lot of other things within your reach, you will find is overwhelming. And this overwhelming situation sometimes can be very critical because you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, and some people they will say you do that, some people will say you do that. So it's just like a mix of a lot of things together. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted to discuss some of the things that I do specifically. You know that I have extensive knowledge on software developments. We do develop softwares, and we do mostly customization. And we have a reason for that, and I will discuss it why we do customization. And please, if you do not agree with some of my points, that's okay, because you might have your own way of thinking, and I have and mine or my team, we have ours own way of thinking, and every individual businesses are different. So please don't get offended if I inform you something and if you do not agree with me. You might disagree, that's okay. So it's just like something you need to talk about and select the best suitable means for your software developments and growth. So I will just wait for a couple of more people to join in, and I will start my in-depth analyzation, and I will share some of the platforms that we are working on and how they can be very I think they can be very systematically tailored for your specific needs and developments. So I'm just going to share my screen. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box. I will try to answer your questions. And please spread the word. If you find this session useful, please share it with your connections and people. They will get benefited from here. So first of all, I just wanted to share my screen. You probably see Byte Store. That is a marketplace that we have created and are launching very soon. We are just final stage of the TLC, I would say. We are just fixing most of the things and as well as creating the search engine optimization, SEO, and all other things for people to find us easily. So you might see some of the sites are on a dummy demo sites and other things. So excuse me for that. But when we develop this platform, we intend to consider software customization, the benefits of tailoring custom-made software. I know some of you might say, okay, why you need software customization? I will go into detail comparing some of the benefits, drawbacks of each platform that you currently use. And if you wanted to develop versatile software application, what you need and how you can grow your customization. So this is a Byte Store, a software platform, and we have included lots of templates. Some of them are full placement applications, and some of them are HTML sites, and we will develop those in future based on our customer requirements. So the first thing I wanted to show you is the first product, telemedicine application. There is a history behind it, and I wanted to share that with you. I just wanted to open this one on a separate page. Okay, I just opened all the softwares, so excuse me for that. So if I click there, and you can see this is a software of telemedicine application. And as I said, there is a story behind it. And I'm going to tell you the story now. So just going to go. You probably see my software. What's the story behind it? It's just loading, so please excuse me for that. So when we developed this software in two domains, and this is a test software, .com and .org. So one is our development domain, and one is our demo domain. So if I go to the .org one, both are same. But as I said, one is for developments, and one is for demonstration. We are still developing this software, and the motivation of developing this software is the who I am here now. You probably know that I had a brain tumor surgery in 2009. And when I had the brain tumor surgery, I struggle and I intend to have mental health problems and a lot of other barriers, I would say. So when I was thinking to develop this software, my emotion, experiences, and trying to solve problems and a lot of other things kicked at the same time. So in 2009, I had a brain tumor, and in 2012, I exited from my business. But from 9 to 12, I learned a lot of things. And when I exit my business, I question myself, what is my true self and what is my value? And then I found that I need to work more to reach the point I am now. So I planned, and then I returned to my education in 2017 as a mature student. I completed my graduation, and on that graduation, I proposed this project that to make a virtual hospital, and this virtual hospital would support people. They have linguistic problem, cultural barriers, and a lot of other things in the UK and globally. And I proposed these projects. And that time I did not have any future direction or plans where I would go with this. But as I said, I had some problems during my brain tumor operations and my work on my work when I was doing my business and exiting from my TV channel business. So it was a good start. So what I did, I proposed this project and I started to build these projects. So I invested heavily from that point. And I had software development background beforehand with my company. We used to develop software, marketing, television production, a lot of other things we did in London. So I knew customization and a lot of other projects at that time in 2000, from 2012 to 2017. So what I did an extensive research that what would I do. So on that stay, I found and I determined that, okay, there are various framework and stable framework. You probably know that there are various framework for working and software developments. So these framework are Java, Python, .NET, as well as PHP, and so on, Django, and so on. There are other framework as well, and there are some of the customization, easy to build framework like WordPress, Wix, Bubbles, and there are more framework like this. So I did an extensive research on that. Of that time, those platforms were existing. That what should I do? Shall I go for a quick fix or shall I go for a stable framework? And then I decided to start working on PHP. I knew some of the PHP coding beforehand because on my graduation that I did previously at the Middlesex University, we used to code things on HTML and a lot of other things. Dreamweaver was a tools that we used. So I knew these things previously. So I decided to start PHP. Easier, I understood that. And I knew that, okay, I can scale. So that was the starting of these projects. And later, I developed this project myself, and some of the things was out of my skills. So work with people around the globe, India, Malaysia, and that time Russia, and Bangladesh, as I am from Bangladesh. At the end, working with versatile teams, I decided to build my own team, and that's the story of this app. And I have done my PhD concentrating on this app. So this app, this software gave me the ladder, stepping stone to come to this stage. So that's why this is a core development. I will continue to develop this still. It is in the first version. We are just working on some pilot study. We've done some pilot studies. We're going to do more pilot studies, because you know that this is a health software, so you cannot be brought to the people without beta testing, and a lot of other due diligence. So this is a health app, and it has many things built in. You can see the GDPR guidelines, that if we are accepting the cookie policies or we not, so we just accepting all. You can see that this is a testing. So we just kept these images, because people will know that yes, this is the testing, and we're not providing any services. So what we can do with this development? So this is a versatile development, scalable, on PHP framework. So every code we have hand coded, and we can change every individual elements of this software. And that's the versatility of this software. We're hosting it on our cloud. We have security measures and a lot of other things implemented for these websites. And later, we have developed lots of other projects in PHP Laravel framework, because we found it easier and less expensive than the other framework. So you can see that we have e-commerce site, event management site, education site, accounting, restaurant, health, and a lot of other categories here. And recently, we have added the AI site as a SaaS software developments. And we also have many other SaaS software developments last 5 years. So last 5 years, we have developed these projects and a lot of other projects to make it as a marketplace. And you know that when you are creating a marketplace, you need a lot of products. And those products are added. And you can see each specific product is different than others. Some of them are web app, and some of them are static HTML, CSS sites. So I will not go into detail right this point. I just wanted to discuss with you something that I wanted to point to you. You probably asked me that why people should select a stable framework like Laravel, Java, Python. There is Django and Flask on Python, .NET, and Spring is another Java um, framework, why they should utilize this rather than why they don't go to a very easy framework. And those framework is like less expensive, and people can easily utilize their knowledge. They do not have any coding knowledge. They do not have to have any coding knowledge. They can easily come up with a solution by themselves, less cost. If less sorry, is less expensive. It's not expensive. Sorry for my language. I have pronunciation problems, so sometimes I struggle to pronounce certain words. So not expensive, and they can go very quick. What they wanted to do. So those website is like WordPress, Wix.com, Bubble, and a lot of other similar framework are existing now, and millions of people are utilizing them. So if you want, it is your choice. And after this conversation, after this webinar, you decide what you wanted to do. What is the best software, or what is the best framework for you to conduct your future software development? As I said, I live prioritize. I live I love a framework, specifically stable framework like PHP, Laravel, Java, Django, Python. Uh, you might have different opinion. That's up to you. Because I do my custom software build, and when I do custom software build, it's easier for me to utilize a stable framework rather than engaging with a third party, like WordPress, Wix, or Bubble.com, or some other platforms. And why do I do that? So I'm going to be giving you some reasons behind why you should use, and how you can compare this with your current developments. Um, Before I do that, I just wanted to show you some of the things. So if I go to specifically my list, and as I said, that my back-end developer and front-end developers, they are working on this specific project, because we're going to be launching this very soon. So some of the things might work, some of the things might not. Please excuse me for that. But it's mostly ready, and we're going to be launching it very soon, when we finalize the SEO and all other bits and pieces, automation, integration, and so on. So I think they have disabled individual pages. I can see I cannot click and click and go to a specific page. Probably they were working yesterday, and I think they have disabled some of the activities, because we have embedded the payment gateway. So if people can get into a page, they can order it straight away. So that's why probably it is disabled. So maybe we'll do another demonstration for the projects and the products. But I can go through with all the specific products for your references. So Before I do that, I just wanted to share specifically the differences between the stable frameworks and all other frameworks. Just give me a few seconds. So when you select a specific framework, before that, you might have a use cases or scenarios for you to conduct um, a review of your needs. Like if I give an example that you are a business, and with your business, uh, maybe it's a charity business. So if you have a charity business, CIC, and others, um, you want to develop a software. So if you wanted to develop a software, you might have something that you have thought of, you are thinking like, okay, you need a software, and you need people to look, but people to see what you do as a charity, and they can contact with you with the website, and they can pay donations, and they can see your stories, and they can see a lot of other things. So it's a good thing. I just wanted to share, and we see, and then you will understand um, what I am actually uh, wanted to discuss here. So this is the site of Neurodivergent Business Consortium. We have developed it as a web portal, and you know that if you have a web portal, it has to be have a mechanism that it can scale itself. So when we developed this web portal, we were thinking, okay, what we would do, and what is our end goals. So our end goals was that, okay, we have a web portal. So on that web portal, we will have events. So there is an event section, and on the events section, we need to have categories, subcategories, people from different parts of the world. They can list their events here, because this is dedicatedly for neurodivergent business communities, and with different type of categories, subcategories, and a lot of other things. Free premium, because this is a CIC, so we need to earn some money to sustain as well as do the good causes. So we have thought about that, and we listed our key requirements, and then start designing. So we have event section, we have resources section. So on the resources section, we had ND resources and corporate resources. So we knew what we wanted to do on the ND resources, which will be a portal for a lot of knowledge. So people will come here, and when they go to this particular section, they will know, and they will gain extensive knowledge. And the corporate resources, all the corporate people, and the corporate businesses, or the supporter of neurodivergent people, they can list their corporation as a shop front, and people know that, okay, these are the corporate solutions, and they can get support or help from there. There will be a news section. So on the news section, it will be newses from around the world, and as we said, we need to have premium and free newses. So we have the framework and with categories and subcategories. And then we have to have a package section because we're going to be selling things to the people throughout the packages. So we have different type of packages here. We can add more packages because this is full dynamic, and we can control each section whatever we want. And the last section is for donating, for donation. So as we said, this is application is for neurodivergent people, and we want people from across the globe. They utilize this platform to list their needs, donation, and as well as a lot of other things. If I go to a specific post, you will see the detailed of each section, that how much amount we need, how much we have raised, and people can donate. And then when they click on donation, it's quick and easy, and they can donate automatically using Stripe, PayPal, or any other thing that we can include. So when you think about versatility, that's the point. You can think about custom software developments because we can deal each of the bricks, each of the code by ourselves, and that's the way forward. Scalable, and we have hosted this to cloud. So if 1,000 people wanted to access this page, they can do it. Secure, because stable framework, they are more secure than the collective collective framework, and it has lots of benefits on that. So this is one thing that I wanted to share with you. Now, there are some benefits for utilizing the stable framework like Java, .NET, Django, Laravel, and Python Flux. In ranking, Java is the highest position, and these data I have collected from the web and literature. So this is not my created information. I'm just translating it to you, and with reference. If you need, I can share that with you. So when we talk about the stable framework, Java is the first in ranking. Why people use Java is for enterprise application, microservices, complex business system, banking, insurance, and you know that we utilize AI, and as well as a lot of other things to get to the client and to develop a versatile application system. So Java is the first choice, and ranking stood first. And then we have .NET. So .NET, you know, from Microsoft, it also support enterprise grade solutions, desktop application, cross-platform development, large scale systems, and business softwares. Because you know that .NET uses different type of softwares, integration for desktop, mobile, and others. So I just have a message from Nahid Shubo. You said, best of luck. Thank you very much, Nahid, for your message. I hope you're enjoying the live webinar. And to all the audience, if you wanted to ask me any question, please feel free to ask me through the comment box. As I'm describing all the section by myself today, you might have any specific question, please feel free to ask me. So when we talk about a stable developments and a stable language, .NET is the second on priority. So why .NET? Because it's from Microsoft, and as I said, you can utilize .NET to lot of important solutions and desktop application and a lot of other things. And the third in line is Django, is a Python framework. So if you are thinking to develop full-featured web applications, e-commerce platform, data-driven websites, and rapid development environment, scalability, and a lot of other things you want, then Python Django is in the third positions. And then we have Laravel PHP in the fourth position. It's like small to medium-sized applications, rapid development, MVPs, and content-driven websites. So you probably have noticed that we use Laravel framework for most of our development because we test hypothesis, and based on the hypothesis, we build future applications. So when you are testing your hypothesis, it is better to utilize a stable framework and see if it is working. And then you can convert this to the top rank application platform, top rank language platform like Java, .NET, or Django. And that will give you the to understand the feasibility and as well as what you need to do on scalability and a lot of other aspects. And I will discuss that later. So, and the last of the stack is Flax. Python is like simple web application, REST APIs, microservices, and applications that require high flexibility without a lot of built-in features. So there's the software stack, and I have given you the top priority and the least priority. So if you are, and as well as it's also, you need to think about that. If you go for a higher priority, like, okay, if you want to develop develop your application with Java, it also expensive. So if you're thinking to develop your application based on the ranking, it's also based on your investment. So if you are investing, if you are a banking, if you are a banking organization and you wanted to invest, it's better to go with the top rank language, and as well as your requirements and so on. So this is the this is the ranking for this is the ranking for stable language and framework. And then if you're thinking to go for WordPress, Wix, Bubble.com, and all other frameworks, that will give you quick access that you wanted to do. So if you are prioritizing your thinking that you wanted to test your hypothesis, and you wanted to test it very quick, so in a couple of days you wanted to test your hypothesis, then with WordPress you can build website in a couple of hours. So it's very easy, very quick, and with Wix and Bubbles as well. So you can build your website very quickly in a couple of hours, couple of days, and then you can test your hypothesis. They are relatively very cost effective, so you don't need to think of investing a lot of money, and you don't need to hire extensive developers. those you need to do for the stable framework. So if you are thinking to develop uh, with the available easy to access framework like WordPress, Wix, and Bubbles, you can embed a lot of things, and there are some great projects with them. But as I said, there are some drawbacks as well with utilizing both of the systems, stable framework and the available framework that is very easily accessible and less expensive. So I will discuss about that. If you're thinking about security, okay, of your website, that you are a business, you are attracting hundreds, thousands, or millions of people, and that way, I think you need to think about security. You need to think about hosting, which hosting platform you're going to be using, because when you use a platform like WordPress, Wix, and Bubbles, they are relatively less scalable than the framework you're going to be using on cloud platform like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and a lot of other um, uh, uh, cloud platform based on your scalability. So those hosting, some of them are relatively very tight. So if I talk about WordPress, limited hosting options, it offers more flexibility than compared to Wix and Bubbles. So with Wix and Bubbles, you need to select their hosting solution, and managing hosting. And you know that hosting costs money. So if you are building a scalable solution, and if you do not if you need to embed usability, easy access, and compared like a price based on your requirements. Maintenance is another thing. Data security and ownership is another thing, because when you have your dedicated hosting, cloud hosting for your application, you are the owner of that cloud hosting. Yes, you are hosted to the third party like Google, Amazon, or other providers, but that hosting is dedicatedly for you, and you're buying that. So you can scale based on your needs. So if you're having 1,000 customer, 10,000 customer, 100,000 customer, 500,000 customer, millions, you can scale it based on your needs. And yes, you need to invest money, and those are relatively expensive. But you can strictly maintain your data security and ownership. Maintenance is another thing. You can do that. Usability and feasibility of complex system. So if you are building a complex system, you intend to have lots of developers, security people, researcher, maybe 10 to 15 people working on specific projects. That time, you need to think about feasibility as well. Like, okay, how feasible these kind of platforms are, specifically you wanted to use them. So when you think about that, it will give you some drawbacks as well as some plus points. And then in relation, if I summarize my previous section, that okay, what should you use for your software development, what you would use. I would say it based on your requirements first, like okay, how quick you want it to go, how much investment do you have, in terms of security, hosting, usability, access, price, maintenance, data security and ownership, and feasibility. You need to have a clear understanding of that. So, if you wanted to build your system, you will have proper understanding, like, okay, my future requirements is I wanted to attract millions of users. And to start with, I will have maybe 1,000 or 10,000 users, uh, or less than that. And you don't have enough funding. So you can start with the available framework that is very cost effective. You don't need to think about security, hosting, and all the specifications that I mentioned. Then you can just start with a third party. You cannot control each code. And sometimes you might not have the capacity to write code. You just wanted to have an MVP build, and you just drag and drop images and a lot of other things to build your system. That's okay. That's not a problem. But this is if you are thinking that okay, you are working on an extensive project, like I have demonstrated Neurodivergent Business Consortium, the health portal that we are developing, HA, World Health Aid, then I would recommend to go for a customization and stable framework, because without going to a customizable stable framework, maybe you can start at the bottom levels and then gradually up and build your system to the next level. You know that Facebook is developed on PHP framework, and gradually they are improving it. And I'm not sure at the moment what type of language they are using, but this kind of application, when you're thinking for hundreds of millions of users, you need to think about the versatility. You need to think about how you can grow. So my recommendation would be go for a stable framework. But if you have a shop front, you just have a simple e-commerce site, or simple CMS, then if you do not have enough funding and you wanted to DIY your thing, go for the available framework like WordPress, Bubble, Wix, and other things. So thank you everyone for joining today's live webinar. We are nearly end of our session. I appreciate your time today. And if you are watching this webinar and you think that it will support you or guide you through to make farm choices, feel free to listen to it, understand it, do some research before you start your developments. You know that different people will tell you different things, and that's is the right way to listen to people as well, because we do customization. So as a business person, I will prioritize customization because that is my benefits. Those people, they will support you with a third party app like WordPress or WordPress or Bubble or Wix. They will talk about that, and they will give you the importance of utilizing those platforms. But as I said, uh, each platform, they have their um, plus points as well as drawbacks. Sometimes they are versatile but expensive. So if you cannot invest enough money, you don't need to think about that, because that is the drawbacks you have. And if you are thinking for a versatile application, like, okay, blockchain, a bank, or maybe social media network, or a lot of other things that it will have millions of views, millions of users, then you need to think about a stable framework like Java, Django, Python-based framework, or to start with Laravel, uh, that can give you the versatility of work and can grow you gradually. And you know that the system is changing. We have AI. A lot of platforms, they support AI, and you can have built-in plugins for AI. So it's up to you what you wanted to use and how you wanted to use. At the end, I think I have another 10 minutes. I wanted to show you some of the things that we are working and developing. So I'm just sharing my screen. We have recently launched an AI application. So we call it TED GPT AI. So if you are thinking to write content, you can write content with our TED GPT. We have used a versatile platform, and it is developed with Laravel PHP framework. And we have included the GPT 3.5 turbo engines and 69 use cases. So I can show you a tool of that. So this is our demo account, and you can see all the templates here. And those of the audiences, you are using ChatGPT to write your content, you probably aware that with ChatGPT itself, you cannot categorize your writings, and they do not have any use cases. So we have 69 different use cases here. If you wanted to write as a writer, blog, email, digital ad, videos, e-commerce, social media, brainstorming, any specific framework you wanted to build, SEO, travel, reviews, we have many use cases. Some are one or two, someone is more, and you can use this ChatGPT framework for your future developments. And as I said, we have used Laravel framework. In the future, we might recode it to a more stable framework when this business will grow, when hundreds or thousands of people will kick in at the same time. But for the demonstration purpose, to test the hypothesis and develop the use cases, I think this is Laravel PHP framework is very stable, and it is scalable, and less expensive than the top rank framework Java and .NET. Another thing, as we are software developers, we develop softwares, and most of our softwares are developed by Laravel framework. We also have other language of Python and things that we need to do specifically. So this is an AI application. So we have some of the things in Python embedded with Laravel. So they combine together to produce specific results. So in future, it is up to you what you wanted to do and what you wanted to develop your software with. But as I said, uh, anything you do, please create a checklist that, okay, this is my checklist. Before you create a checklist, write your hypothesis, what you wanted to do, and what you wanted to achieve. So starting, mid, end. So this is your starting point. You wanted to reach the midpoints maybe in 1 year or a couple of years, and then the end points where you wanted to go or achieve. And then lay out your breaks, lay out your path based on that. Like, okay, I'm going to start with this, and you have investment. So I would recommend to start with customization, that you can customize each of the bricks, everything under your grip, and you can do whatever you want with your developments. Or if you don't have budgets, go for the available one, test your hypothesis, and then select your choices, and then convert your choices. So I hope you have enjoyed today's webinar. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me. We have another couple of minutes. Or you can reach me through LinkedIn and all other social media. I'm Dr. Shah Siddiqui from Time Research and Innovation, GenZ Marketing Agency, and Neurodivergent Business Consortium. If you know someone, they need support, feel free to spread the word. We do impartial assessment for your needs. So if you have a hypothesis and then if you wanted to test something, we can give you impartial advice to start with software solutions, because you know that this is the era of AI, and AI will transform many things in the next couple of years. People are building website with AI, but as I said, there are limitations. So if you wanted to build software with AI, yes, you can do that. As I said, the due diligence, where you wanted to go, how you wanted to attract people and achieve your success. So there isn't any good thing, bad thing to make your choices. To test your hypothesis, you can always test your hypothesis starting from the minimal, or getting started with a standard language. And you know that nowadays, developing custom-built website with PHP Laravel is not relatively that much expensive either. So I'm a software developer, a knowledge engineer, AI specialist. I support businesses and guide them through. So I prefer to start with the bottom stack of the stable framework, Laravel PHP. But you might have different choices and requirements. That's up to you. So thank you everyone for joining today's live webinar. I have next week NVC webinar, as well as Wednesday I have my audio events, and Friday, as usual, next Friday we're going to bring a guest to talk about something different. You know that we prioritize this channel to aid knowledge, to give you enough information that you can have a farm choice when you are working with technology, digital marketing, social selling, business development, and a lot of other things. So I will welcome you next week. Until then, have a nice weekend, and please spread the word. We need your support. Bye bye.